Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Treyarch just released an 11 gigabyte patch for Black Ops 4. 11 gigabytes! That's insanely big, and we're going to be going through the patch notes today and talk about some things that my community on my Discord server, discord.gg/waffles, have found just in the last couple of minutes of playing on the new patch. In the patch notes, Treyarch say this is their first big multiplayer balancing pass, which means that they've changed a lot of the balancing of the guns in MP. It also means that they've actually broken attachments on several guns in the zombies mode. So you now, on certain weapons, just can't equip FMJ2 and can't equip various other attachments for just no reason. Now this might change, they might be able to hotfix this pretty quickly, but as of right now, the attachments in the game seem to be a little bit buggy. They say that for zombies players, they've made several gameplay improvements and fixes, including Easter egg quest fixes and increased XP earn rates for hardcore and realistic difficulties. Now, it's great news that hardcore and realistic are getting a little bit more love, but it's the previous part of the sentence that I'm much more interested in. Several gameplay improvements and fixes, including Easter egg quest fixes. Easter egg quest fixes. Does that mean we can now do the classified Easter egg? Was it glitched before? Is that why we weren't able to do it? Or are they talking about fixing blue screens? It would be nice if they actually clarified what the hell they're talking about here, but for now, we can only really guess. My assumption is that this relates to the classified Easter egg, because if it was blue screens, I think that they would say we have fixed crashing issues, but the fact that they're being so ambiguous, the fact that they're just saying, yes, we've made several improvements like Easter egg quest fixes, like, that's not specific about anything at all, and therefore it makes me think that it might well be related to the classified Easter egg. Now I'm going to zoom through the patch notes here and just go straight to the stuff that talks about zombies. For Blood of the Dead, they say they have addressed an issue where the new industry's portal ghost remained visible from the start of the step. Now this is something that I actually complained about in a video, and I'm really glad to see that me making that video and other people talking about this issue has meant that it's actually been fixed fairly quickly by Treyarch. It was basically a change to an Easter egg step that it sounds like they're now reverting, which is good news. They've also fixed another Easter egg step by the sounds of things. I'm going to need to actually go ahead and test this in-game myself, so I don't want to jump the gun too much, but it sounds like they've fixed another thing, which I also complained about in one of my videos. I was saying that the way the powerhouse ghoul in the main quest Easter egg on Blood was working with the shield blast change was terrible, and it should have been the way that it originally was. And a lot of you guys were getting on my back for saying that, like, oh, Milo, you're just whining. It's by whining and by being vocal about these things that we get positive changes in the game. And Treyarch have now apparently fixed that animation for that ghoul, and so the step should now be working as it previously was, as intended, I hope. On 9, they've resolved an issue where players could be tossed outside the intended play space of the boss battle arena. I actually thought that might be intentional. I thought it was kind of funny. The elephant would charge you, and you would go flying into the air and leave the map, which meant that you died. It basically just insta-killed you, but I thought it was kind of amusing. That's been fixed now, though. And they've also fixed an issue where earning Mule Kick could take away all player weapons and money. That doesn't sound fun. In their miscellaneous fixes, they've resolved an issue preventing players from applying their clan tag or using the kill counter after weapon prestige, so after you prestige a gun now, you can get a kill counter on the weapon and it'll be kind of scratched in. Credit to Hex here for providing this screenshot. He's a guy from my Discord server, discord.gg/waffles. An issue's also been resolved with the SG-12, which previously lost all attachments when pack-a-punched. This actually affected me today because I was working on a video of all the operator mods in zombies and showcasing them all, but I couldn't pack-a-punch the SG-12 and keep the, whatever it is, the like stun flash thing on it, the strobe light, that's the one. I couldn't keep it on there because it would just disappear when packed, so good to hear that that's been fixed. They've also apparently fixed multiple exploit spots. Someone in my server was saying that there was a pile-up spot on Blood of the Dead that's been fixed now, which is good news. They've fixed several stability issues associated when entering and exiting the alchemy lab at specific times. I don't know what that was, but good to hear it's been fixed. Earning additional perks will now be displayed on the player's HUD. that's good news as well. Looking forward to actually seeing that myself in game, and I'll have a guide for how to do that coming out very soon so that you can get yourself some additional perks in game as well. They've resolved issues with Prestige Master not functioning correctly, which is good to hear, and with custom mutation options not working correctly, which is also good news. They've resolved an issue where the wrong camo could be displayed on a weapon. Thumbs up. They resolved an issue where players were not getting revived when the DG5 power plant ability had been enabled, and that was something that affected me multiple times. I would plant down my Ragnars at level 3, and nothing would happen with reviving my teammates. It just wouldn't work, so good to hear that that's been fixed. They've resolved several instances of Anywhere But Here not working when activated on a moving platform, which has also affected me in-game as well, so good to hear that that's been sorted. And fixed an exploit where players could keep their special weapon out indefinitely, which has been doing the rounds all over the place in the last few days. People have been basically just posting loads of videos on infinite Ragnars and things like that, but that apparently is no longer in the game. For social, players can now invite players who are online but not in their game to their in-game party. I thought that you could already do that. Players can now invite players who are online but not in the game? Did you have to be in the game before? Wow, that's weird. Well, good to hear that's been fixed. And in MISC for general as well, they've resolved issues where camos would overlap weapon optics, resolved issues with paint jobs not showing up in game, resolved issues where your gun rack would show up when you inspected other players' gun racks, resolved issues where emblems for other players would appear in lower res than expected, and general stability fixes and performance improvements across MP, Blackout, and Zombies. Treyarch, stop saying general stability fixes when you're talking about Zombies, when every single game of Zombies that I've played in the last 48 hours has ended in a blue screen. I've done several streams in the last few days and just played several times in the last few days on and off stream where I've played 2 or 3 games in a night and every single game has ended in a blue screen. It is not acceptable for you guys to be saying general fixes when it's a completely game-breaking bug affecting the majority of the community, and it's just proof that the game was not ready to be released on October 12th. Like for Zombies, it's an unfinished product. I'm going to be making a separate video about this because I'm really, at this point, tired of these blue screens being an issue, but I will throw my hands in the air right now and admit that the blue screens could be fixed in this patch, and I just might not know it. I would have expected them to actually say it in the patch notes, but they might be fixed. They might not be, but they might be. If they're fixed, I won't need to post that new video talking about the blue screens, although I still might do it just to talk about it in retrospect. But if they're still here, Treyarch, what are you doing? Seriously. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, but keep your eyes peeled on my channel for that one. A couple of other things have been found by my Discord community, like I said. In the personalization menu, you can now access the Ultimus characters, which is, again, a sign that maybe the classified Easter egg's been patched into the game. 11GB patch, there would have been space in there for them to unlock something. Maybe. So we might have that classified Easter egg because of the fact that we now do have the Ultimus characters in the personalization menu, but you can't add face paint to them, which is a little bit weird. It's probably just a bug that they didn't realize was there, but yeah, war paint cannot be added to those characters right now. According to Hex in my server, camos apparently right now are also bugged, or at least some are bugged, so you'll keep your attachments on a gun, but the camo itself just won't show up, or it will be there only sometimes and not other times. Mothman says the SDM Pack-a-Punched still loses its attachments, just like the SG-12 used to do. The SG-12's been fixed, as I just said, but apparently they just missed the SDM. Also, solo is still not earning as much XP as multiplayer. It's been tweaked, it's been adjusted, but you still get less in solo. Now, it's going to take some more testing to see if the tweaks that they've done are now fair because of the XP per second as opposed to XP per kill, but that will come in due time, and I'll update you guys in a couple of days about that. There are also new Prestige Master icons, and these icons are the sorts of icons that we saw in Black Ops 2. So one of the really cool ones is the double shotgun skull with the blue eyes thing. You can get those now, and the other one, the classic one, just the single bone, you can get those now as Master Prestige icons for Zombies. There are also a bunch of UI changes in the game, so the old button that you used to press to get to custom mutations now has been completely removed, and instead there's just a custom games button, which is a lot more readable, so that's a positive change from Treyarch. The old mutations button looked terrible, no one knew what it was, people didn't even know mutations was there, so this is much better. And they've also just changed various little bits and bobs around in the UI. So be it, I guess, but it would be nice if they put that energy into fixing the blue screens. Also, apparently, monkeys opening the door to the warden's house is still working, which is really good news. I hope that doesn't get changed, but that one is still being tested by people, so that might change in the next couple days or the near future. I'm not sure if the MP changes to the weapon balancing is going to affect zombies that much, but if it does, people in my server have been saying that like the VKM is going to be just complete trash, and other guns as well, like the ICR, the Vapor, they might have had a nerf as well, so I guess we need to look out for that potentially too. That's so far, I think, everything that we have managed to find just in the last kind of half hour of playing since the patch came out. What I want you guys to do in the comments of this video is let me know, first of all, if you find anything unclassified, because that might be in the game now, we just don't know. Second of all, if you blue screen, let me know in the comments down below. Post a comment down there and describe what you were doing in-game when you blue screened. So let me know if it was like 90 minutes into your game, 4-player game, playing 9, doing the Easter egg, you got to the Zeus step, and one of you pulled out your specialist weapon and it blue screened. Like, give me a little bit of a description so I can get a feel for whether it's still crashing as much as it was previously. That would be really awesome. Also, Hex has just said that the kill counter goes away when you pack a punch a weapon. I figured I'd just throw that in there because that sucks. Treyarch, what are you doing? Fix it. I also just went into a public match of Classified, and we had 2 Tachios. As you can see, actually, if I just scoot this around, 2 Tachios, and I left the game, and it ended the game. So, they haven't fixed the host migration thing either, which sucks. Treyarch, what are you doing? Like, host migration is a basic feature that should be able to happen, but me leaving the game ended the game for the other players? What? Like, that's just not fair on them. And now, again, there's 2 Tachios here. That's 2 people. That's me and another person. Treyarch, what are you doing? What, Treyarch, what is this? What is happening, dude? This game is so broken. I'm going to try and figure out the rest of the changes with my Discord server. If you want to come help, discord.gg/waffles. I might stream at some point as well, but for now, I'll be in the server. See you there. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you have. See you soon.